structures enclose this narrow, forgotten municipal passageway, blocking the final remaining glimmers of the retreating winter day. I face a solid stone barrier, realizing there is no forward route, trapped inside a psychological labyrinth plagued by absolute doubt. I navigated my vehicle down this uncharted metropolitan grid coordinate, failing to anticipate that the local infrastructure would be so insubordinate. The exhaust fumes linger heavily inside this damp, dead-end pocket, like a broken mechanism frozen tight inside a rusted iron socket. The navigation system glitches, flashing a warning signal of total despair as the cold city atmosphere chokes our capacity to breathe the air. We must confront the reality that we are trapped completely right there, stuck motionless inside the confinement of this dark blind alley tonight, where the surrounding concrete walls obstruct our internal spiritual sight. No emergency exit available to rescue our separate exhausted frames. We are forced to stop playing these destructive, competitive corporate games. I spent half a century sprinting down the wide avenues of commercial fame, trading my authentic creative identity for the prestige of a billboard name. But this sudden architectural restriction forces a much needed pause, dismantling the illusion of progress governed by high society laws. Your acoustic accompaniment reverberates off the stained masonry facade, providing an honest, unvarnished rhythm that refuses to act as a fraud. We don't need a sprawling highway or a luxurious open thoroughfare when this enclosed space forces our souls to strip completely bare. The navigation system glitches, flashing a warning signal of total despair as the cold city atmosphere chokes our capacity to breathe the air. We must confront the reality that we are trapped completely right there, stuck motionless inside the confinement of this dark blind alley tonight, where the surrounding concrete walls obstruct our internal spiritual sight. No emergency exit available to rescue our separate exhausted frames. We are forced to stop playing these destructive, competitive corporate games. Basic artistic elements that we truly need. No way out. Silence the shout. Face the wall. Survive it all. Start motionless inside the confinement of this dark blind alley tonight, where the surrounding concrete walls obstruct our internal spiritual side. No emergency exit available to rescue our separate exhausted frames. We are forced to stop playing these destructive, competitive corporate games. Blind alley, forcing us to turn completely around, finding our authentic footing upon this solid urban ground. Time to walk back. projectile pierces the midnight silence of the street, shattering the plate glass window just inches from my feet. An unguided force traveling blindly through the metropolitan air, a terrifying metaphor for the random collateral damage of our despair. I fired off a series of reckless, sharp accusations from my prideful tongue, regretting the ricochet effect before the echoes had even begun. We project our internal frustrations onto the innocent bystanders around, leaving a trail of civilian casualties scattered upon this urban ground. The trajectory is unpredictable once the trigger has been pulled, shattering the fragile truths where our anxieties were temporary lulled. We are dodging the flying shrapnel of an argument, completely uncontrolled, surviving the impact of this dangerous stray bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. A frantic jazz fusion arrangement, tracking our desperate escape before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape. I watch the smoke rising slowly from the barrel of our fractured past, wondering how any authentic connection could expect it to last. The sirens are wailing from that basement precinct down the avenue, while my fingers execute a tense progression to communicate with you. Your touch leaves a permanent scar along my defensive spine, an intoxicating sensation turning more volatile than vintage wine. We don't need explosive confrontations or lethal ballistic games when we are already burning outside of the conventional flames. The trajectory is unpredictable once the trigger has been pulled, shattering the fragile truths where our anxieties were temporary lulled. We are dodging the flying shrapnel of an argument, completely uncontrolled, surviving the impact of this dangerous stray bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. A frantic jazz fusion arrangement, tracking our desperate escape before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape. Let the ammunition deplete, let the weaponry completely freeze. We must bring this civil war down to its absolute knees. No victory can outlast the structural damage of this constant fire. Tonight we declare a ceasefire to rescue our remaining creative desire. Hear the hiss, a near miss. Ceasefire now. Fulfill the vow. Surviving the impact of this dangerous straight bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. the smoke clear. White noise crackles through the worn-out copper speakers of the audio deck, sending a strange, unsettling vibration straight down my neck. I adjust the analog dial frequency, attempting to locate a clear station, but the transmission remains blocked by a wall of industrial insulation. I'm holding the microphonic receiver, listening to the underlying electric buzz, wondering if our previous connection was ever as stable as I thought it was. The modern universe communicates through a high-tech layer of distortion, drowning authentic artistic expressions in a commercial proportion. The interference expands across the subterranean communication channel, disrupting each digital signal entering our master control panel. We must bypass the technical glitch to find our emotional channel, trapped inside the frequency of this relentless static hum tonight, where the authentic messages struggle to reach the internal light. A sophisticated jazz fusion tracking our auditory escape before the synthetic interference permanently alters our creative shape. I watch the green indicator lights flashing on the laboratory console, reflecting the sterile conditions that attempt to manipulate my soul. I pluck a series of dissonant intervals upon my amplified steel cord, seeking an honest resonance that can never be replicated or stored. Your guitar phrases pierce through the thick electronic fog of the room, dismantling the artificial barriers of this high-tech recording doom. We don't need a polished digital master or a flawless computerized track, when our raw uncompressed instinct can take our autonomy back. The interference expands across the subterranean communication channel, disrupting each digital signal entering our master control panel. We must bypass the technical glitch to find our emotional channel, trapped inside the frequency of this relentless static hum tonight, where the authentic messages struggle to reach the internal light. A sophisticated jazz fusion tracking our auditory escape before the synthetic interference permanently alters our creative shape. Program can outlast the structural integrity of what we express, when our synchronized human instinct is the only authority we confess. the buzz clear, the message is near. Bypass the machine. Keep the signal clean, trapped inside the frequency of this relentless static hum tonight, where the authentic messages struggle to reach the internal light. A sophisticated jazz fusion tracking our auditory escape before the synthetic interference permanently alters our creative shape. Static hum fading away into the concrete maze, ending the chaotic distortion of our high-tech days. Let the silence remain. Coarse splinters pierce the sensitive skin of my bare palm, dismantling the artificial illusion of my previous calm. I run my hand across the unplaned beams of this unfinished frame, a structural monument to a relationship we failed to tame. I spend my life hiding behind a smooth laminated plastic facade, polishing my public image to ensure that nobody called me a fraud. But this rugged, uncarved cedarboard forces an honest review, exposing the knots and imperfections that I always hid from you. The natural grain resists the sharp edge of the carpenter's knife, reflecting the stubborn friction that defined our creative life. We must accept the uneven surface without any further internal strife, constructing our sanctuary out of this coarse, rough timber today. Refusing to let the lack of polish discourage our ultimate way. Every knot and crack within these walls tells a story of survival. A primitive fortress protecting our long-awaited spiritual arrival. I remember when our arrangements were overproduced and clean, a sterile product manufactured inside a high-tech studio machine. But standing here inside this rustic workshop, the illusions die, leaving me naked beneath the unforgiving rafters of the sky. The piano strings vibrate with a fierce, unvarnished acoustic depth, as the smell of fresh cedar sawdust inspires each heavy breath. We don't need a glamorous amphitheater or a shiny chrome display when these basic materials say everything we ever wanted to say. The natural grain resists the sharp edge of the carpenter's knife, reflecting the stubborn friction that defined our creative life. We must accept the uneven surface without any further internal strife, constructing primitive fortress, protecting our long-awaited spiritual arrival. Truly need, no longer satisfied with a flawless exterior that contains no heart. We choose the uncarved edges that allow an authentic connection to start. Feel the grain, survive the pain. Unpolished wood, as it should, constructing our sanctuary out of this coarse, rough timber today. Refusing to let the lack of polish discourage our ultimate way. Every knot and crack within these walls tells a story of survival. Protecting our long-awaited spiritual arrival. Rough timber holding our shelter secure. A primitive architecture that will endure. Just let the fragments settle. Elegant green branches droop mournfully over the riverbank edge, casting a protective shadow across the slippery limestone ledge. I watch the leaves dip into the rushing current flowing beneath, a natural display of sorrow that requires no superficial wreath. I've spent years concealing my grief behind a wall of masculine pride, pretending that the turbulent storms could never damage my inside. But standing here beneath this weeping canopy, the defenses shattered down, exposing the vulnerable artist hidden beneath the armor of the town. The timber bows under the pressure of the accumulating morning moisture, an honest expression of pain that defies any corporate posture. We must allow the tears to fall to cleanse our creative infrastructure, seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crying willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of the sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. I remember when our collaborations were competitive, tense and loud, focused entirely on projecting our egos to the back rows of the crowd. But this serene natural monument teaches a completely different theme, showing us that vulnerability is the foundation of a shared dream. Your guitar notes weep in perfect harmony with a whispering wind, acknowledging the numerous instances where our stubborn hearts sinned. We don't need a grand orchestra to validate the sorrow we experience now, when this natural sanctuary witness our silent redemptive vow. The timber bows under the pressure of the accumulated morning moisture, an honest expression of pain that defies any corporate posture. We must allow the tears to fall to cleanse our creative infrastructure, seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crying willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of this sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. Let the external world criticize our sudden emotional surrender. We've discovered a rare space that is exceptionally soft and tender. No material achievements can match the relief of letting the teardrops flow, nourishing the fertile soil where a new devotion can organically grow. Let it rain, release the pain, the leaves bend low, let the sorrow go. Seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crying willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of this sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. Crying willow, whispering your name in the breeze, bringing our turbulent spirits to their knees, finally finding peace. Soft hues of lavender and apricot paint the eastern mountain peak, replacing the heavy darkness with the gentle comfort that we seek. I sit on the dew of a grass porch, watching the shadows dissolve away. feeling a quiet rejuvenation as the night relinquishes its sway. The blinding glare of yesterday's failures has completely deceased, giving way to a serene temperature that has our internal spirits increased. I tune the strings of my vintage auditorium instrument with careful grace, capturing the exact color palette reflected upon your welcoming face. The celestial transition performs its magnificent opening show, spilling a river of soft rose water across the landscape below. We experience an immediate spiritual elevation as the early breezes blow, walking forward together inside the beauty of this pastel dawn today, allowing the competitive anxieties of the city to gracefully fade away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high into the clear, refreshing air. We are completely protected from the reach of any external despair. I've spent decades performing under harsh artificial stage spotlights, navigating the cold, exhausting conditions of temporary festival nights. But no theatrical production matches this organic atmospheric display, turning our simple human connection into an immortal creative highway. The mountain wind carries the fresh fragrance of wild orchid vegetation, providing a reassuring confirmation for our long-term destination. Your hand rests securely upon my shoulder, steady and completely strong, reminding my wandering spirit that this is exactly where I belong. The celestial transition performs this magnificent opening show, spilling a river of soft rose water across the landscape below. We experience an immediate spiritual elevation as the early breezes blow, walking forward together inside the beauty of this pastel dawn today, allowing the competitive anxieties of the city to gracefully fade away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high into the clear, refreshing air. We are completely protected from the reach of any external despair. Of inspiration that no modern stress can drain, a brilliant, indestructible shield that shields us from the pain. See the mist clear, dismantle the fear. The light is so pure, our future is sure. Walking forward together inside the beauty of this pastel dawn today, allowing the competitive anxieties of the city to gracefully fade away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high into the clear, refreshing air. We are completely protected from the reach of any external despair. Pastel dawn, painting our lives with brilliant grace. thick brown clay clings heavily to the rubber tires of my old transport truck, immobilizing the vehicle inside a deep ditch where the spinning wheels got stuck. The rain has ceased, but it left behind a treacherous, unpaved rural lane, mirroring the messy complications currently cluttering my overtaxed brain. I spent my life traversing the smooth, pristine asphalt of the highway tour, believing that speed and convenience were the ultimate markers of a career mature. But this primordial sludge beneath my leather boots forces a slower stride, compelling my spirit to abandon the foolish momentum of my creative pride. The unpaved path demands absolute patience and a shifting of our gears, washing away the artificial urgency that fueled our historical fears. We must accept the slow progress as the thick fog gradually clears, and navigating the messy terrain of this slippery, muddy track today, refusing to let the challenging conditions discourage our ultimate way. Every sliding skid along this path teaches a lesson of resilience, guiding our weary hearts toward a brand new creative brilliance. I remember when every musical arrangement felt over-polished and clean, a sterile product manufactured inside a sophisticated computer program machine. But standing here beside you in the middle of this swampy country route, I find a raw, unvarnished truth that eliminates every corporate doubt. The air smells of wet earth, rotting leaves, and wild pine vegetation, providing an authentic backdrop for our long-term spiritual destination. We don't need a golden chariot or a flawless luxury limousine ride when we can conquer the elemental challenges while walking side by side. The unpaved path demands absolute patience and a shifting of our gears, washing away the artificial urgency that fueled our historical fears. We must accept the slow progress as the thick fog gradually clears, navigating the messy terrain of this slippery, muddy track today, refusing to let the challenging conditions discourage our ultimate way. Every sliding skid along this path teaches a lesson of resilience, guiding our weary hearts toward a brand new creative brilliance. Understand the plan, living our lives with absolute independence, far away from the city clan. Push through the clay, find a new way, step by step, the promise we kept. Navigating the messy terrain of this slippery, muddy track today, refusing to let the challenging conditions discourage our ultimate way. Every sliding skid along this path teaches a lesson of resilience, guiding our weary hearts toward a brand new creative brilliance. Muddy track leading us to somewhere real and true. Just me and you, keep rolling on. liquid boils slowly inside the cracked glass laboratory flask, masking the underlying exhaustion beneath a professional smiling mask. I pour a steaming portion into a stained porcelain chalice cup, anticipating a chemical boost before the morning anxieties wake up. You're handing me a beverage infused with your guarded, sharp critique, a volatile substance that leaves my defensive systems incredibly weak. We coat our personal resentments in a thin layer of artificial glaze, trapped inside a repetitive, fundamentally exhausting emotional days. The flavor on our tongues quickly turns into a burning, acidic trace, exposing the deep-seated grievances that time could never fully erase. We keep drinking the poison, expecting a different kind of grace, swallowing the heavy truth of this dark, bitter brew tonight, while the fading streetlights outside offer a dim flicker inside, a sorrowful jazz arrangement of our discourse. There is no escaping the consequences of our destructive creative force. You pace across the floorboards in your elegant velvet wrap, the most fascinating, dangerous individual caught inside this trap. Your compliments are double-edged, cutting through my prideful facade, shattering the illusion that our relationship was completely unawed. The electric guitar intervals you execute are full of underlying strain, a beautiful cover designed to conceal the presence of internal pain. We are two stubborn composers locked in a silent psychological war, forgetting the basic affection that brought us together before. The flavor on our tongues quickly turns into a burning, acidic trace, exposing the deep-seated grievances that time could never fully erase. We keep drinking the poison, expecting a different kind of grace, swallowing the heavy truth of this dark, bitter brew tonight, while the fading streetlights outside offer a dim flicker inside, a sorrowful jazz arrangement of our discourse. There is no escaping the consequences of our destructive creative force. Chalice and pour the dregs down the drain. Admit that neither one of us possesses the capacity to sustain the pain. Or do we crave the acrid taste because it proves we can still feel? A desperate justification to convince ourselves that our connection is real. Difficult lesson to learn. No sweetness left, of illusions bereft. Swallowing the heavy truth, following the heavy of this dark, bitter brew tonight, while the fading streetlights outside offer a dim flicker inside, a sorrowful jazz with every single temporary sip. Time to let it cool. Heavy cast iron fluke is snapped completely beneath the ocean floor, leaving our fragile vessel drifting targetless away from the safety shore. I watch the nautical instruments spinning wildly inside the cockpit frame, realizing we no longer possess the mechanism to hold this shifting game. I spent my life relying on a rigid set of traditional safety lines, believing that absolute security was guaranteed by my strategic designs. But this sudden metal fatigue in the deepest channel of the bay forces my stubborn spirit to accept the currents heading our way. The mooring fails as the undertow increases its relentless force, tearing our historical attachments away from their original source. We must navigate the open water without a predetermined course, floating adrift due to the failure of this broken anchor today, refusing to let the maritime panic discourage our ultimate way. Though the depths are terrifying and the wind begins to fiercely roar, this untended drift might guide us toward a more authentic shore. Were firmly secured and precise, a calculated commercial product that carried an expensive retail price. But standing here upon this pitching deck in the middle of the gale, I find a raw clarity that makes the old security look incredibly pale. The piano strings vibrate with a deep, echoing oceanic resonance as we abandon the heavy weights that kept our spirits in penance. We don't need a permanent mooring or a guaranteed harbor slot when this unpredictable voyage teaches a lesson we never forgot. The mooring fails as the undertow increases its relentless force, tearing our historical attachments away from their original source. We must navigate the open water without a predetermined course, floating adrift due to the failure of this broken anchor today, refusing to let the maritime panic discourage our ultimate way. Though the depths are terrifying and the wind begins to fiercely roar, this unintended drift might guide us toward a more authentic shore. true freedom can be found. The chain is loose, no more excuse, drifting free out to sea, floating adrift due to the failure of this broken anchor today, refusing to let the maritime panic discourage our ultimate way. Though the depths are terrifying and the wind begins to fiercely roar, this unintended drift might guide us toward a more authentic shore. Broken anchor, leaving the old harbor far behind, a liberating direction that our weary spirits can find. Just let it drift. Subterranean concrete caverns amplify the sound of my lonely footsteps walking, drowning the faint distant memories of our previous heated talking. I stand upon the deserted platform, waiting for the transit car arrival, analyzing the graffiti-covered tiles that record the city's survival. I hear the acoustic reflection bouncing off the curved subterranean ceiling vault, a haunting reminder of the personal errors that led to our structural fault. We spent our lives shouting out declarations down these transit tunnels deep, leaving behind an accumulation of secrets that we could no longer keep. The transit infrastructure routes our paths into an underground junction line, attempting to bridge the geographical distance that separates your heart from mine. We are waiting for the heavy locomotive to emerge from the darkness divine, listening to the hollow resonance of this distant subway echo tonight, searching for a single spark of truth beneath the flickering fluorescent light. Though the metropolitan maze attempts to swallow our authentic identity whole, this underground acoustic frequency reconstructs our fractured collective soul. I watch the dust motes dancing inside the illumination of the vending machine, wondering how we allowed our romance to turn into such a sterile scene. The tracks begin to vibrate, indicating that a vector is drawing near, while my fingers execute a tense progression to communicate through my fear. Your voice travels like a subterranean lightning bolt through the dark space, igniting in my chest a brilliant everlasting spark that time can erase. We don't need the validation of the high society fashion parade crowd when this muffled resonance speaks so beautifully, elegantly, and loud. The transit infrastructure routes our paths into an underground junction line, attempting to bridge the geographical distance that separates your heart from mine. We fractured collective soul. Systems completely fail. We've secured our connection within this subterranean acoustic trail. No municipal planning can contain the magnitude of the devotion we feel when the synthetic world dissolves and reveals what is genuinely real. Hear the tracks whine, stay on the line. The train draws near, dismantle the fear. Listening to the hollow resonance of this distant subway echo tonight. Searching for a single spark of truth beneath the flickering fluorescent light. Though the metropolitan maze attempts to swallow our authentic identity whole, this underground acoustic frequency reconstructs our fractured collective soul. Subway echo fading away into the concrete maze, and in the terrifying isolation of our metropolitan fluorescent light, watch the train pass. Fallen oak tree rests decayingly across the damp forest trail. Its bark is peeling away, stripped by decades of fierce winter gale. I tap upon its weathered surface, finding an empty, echoing sound. A natural acoustic chamber hidden deep beneath the mossy ground. I spend my life hiding inside a protective, superficial armor chest, fearing that honesty would expose the vulnerabilities inside my breast. But looking at this empty timber cylinder, I recognize my own design. A hollow shell masquerading as a monument, majestic and fine. The wind reverberates through the cylinder, a rustic melody reminding us that no creator is ever completely alone. We must discard the internal vacancy to let the authentic music grow. Strumming our melodies beside this ancient hollow log today, allowing the organic resonance to wash our superficial pride away from the empty spaces of our past. A new substance can start to fill the silent chambers of our unraveled creative heart. I remember when my performances were calculated, precise and grand, designed to extract applause from crowds across the civilized land. But standing here inside this pristine wilderness, lights of the northern sky. The piano notes resonate with a pure, unvarnished acoustic depth, as a fresh pine fragrance inspires each deep, deliberate breath. We don't need a polished amphitheater or a glamorous luxury scene when this simple woodland sanctuary offers a truth so clean. The wind reverberates through the cylinder, a rustic melody reminding us that no creator is ever completely alone. We must discard the internal vacancy to let the authentic music grow. Strumming our melodies beside this ancient hollow log today, allowing the organic resonance to wash our superficial pride away from the empty spaces of our past. A new substance can start to fill the silent chambers of our unraveled creative heart. Perspectives whole. Hear the echo ring, let the spirit sing. Fill the empty space with absolute grace. Oh, strumming our melodies beside this ancient hollow log today, allowing the organic resonance to wash our superficial pride away from the empty spaces of our past. A new substance can start to fill the silent chambers of our unraveled creative heart. Hollow log, carrying our secrets into the forest deep, a natural sanctuary where our promises will safely keep. Just let the echo fade. Sudden metallic projectile pierces the midnight silence of the street, shattering the plate glass window just inches from my feet. An unguided force traveling blindly through the metropolitan air, a terrifying metaphor for the random collateral damage of our despair. I fired off a series of reckless, sharp accusations from my prideful tongue, regretting the ricochet effect before the echoes had even begun. We project our internal frustrations onto the innocent bystanders around, leaving a trail of civilian casualties scattered upon this urban ground. The trajectory is unpredictable once the trigger has been pulled, shattering the fragile truce where our anxieties were temporarily lulled. We are dodging the flying shrapnel of an argument completely unconscious. before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape. I watch the smoke rising slowly from the barrel of our fractured past, wondering how any authentic connection could expect it to last. The sirens are wailing from that basement precinct down the avenue, while my fingers execute a tense progression to communicate with you. Your touch leaves a permanent scar along my defensive spine, an intoxicating sensation turning more volatile than vintage wine. We don't need explosive confrontations or lethal ballistic games when we are already burning outside of the conventional flames. The trajectory is unpredictable once the trigger has been pulled, shattering the fragile truce where our anxieties were temporarily lulled. We are dodging the flying shrapnel of an argument completely uncontrolled, surviving the impact of this dangerous stray bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. A frantic jazz fusion arrangement tracking our desperate escape before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape. Constant fire. Tonight we declare a ceasefire to rescue our remaining creative desire. Hear the hiss, a near miss. Ceasefire now, fulfill the vow, surviving the impact of this dangerous stray bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. A frantic jazz fusion arrangement tracking our desperate escape before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape. Straight